We make decisions all day, every day, from things as simple as what to wear, or what am I going to eat for breakfast, or what am I going to say on that sales call later this morning. But what about significant decisions, those that have repercussions on those that you work with, as well as carrying over to those that you live with, your family and your friends? I think a good starting point would be to have a foundation of self awareness, understanding your tendencies so that you can help those work for you rather than against you. Some folks are on one extreme and they're the quick decisions. So let's just get it out of the way. These are your ready, fire, aim people. That can be kind of reckless. On the other extreme, you've got those that tend to ponder and ruminate over decisions endlessly. These are your ready, aim people. That can be tough as well. But knowing your tendencies and making sure that they're not getting in your way are important. I wrote a blog a while back entitled How I Navigate Confusing Times. That addresses a lot of this as the foundation, and I'll put that link in the description below. But here is my process, I think, is a thorough one to make significant decisions confidently. So I think you start with a deadline. Set a length of time that's appropriate to make this decision. Including an accountability partner can be helpful to make sure they check in on you along the way and make sure you're not getting stuck. Next, gather as much information as you can. This is the first half of the decision-making process. This is the research phase. Read as much as you can, but don't get stuck here trying to get 100% of your information. Good leaders can make a decision, and a good decision, with only 75% of the information. So make sure you don't get stuck. Then there's the seek phase. Seek advice from those that you respect and those that have had experience in the area that you're trying to make a decision in. Ask them what's at stake. Go through those unintended consequences or ramifications for what this decision could mean. Understand what would happen if you delay or even don't make a decision. That's a good point for discussion with these folks that you're seeking input. You could, at this stage, make a list of pros and cons, which is a great visual to help you be able to sum up what's going on and what you've been able to determine from your research. And then a tough phase would be getting unbiased. Get as neutral as you possibly can so that you can challenge your comfort zone. I encourage clients to get comfortable being uncomfortable, but get your bias out of the way so that you can make an unbiased decision here. This is going to keep you sharp, and it helps you avoid settling for just good enough instead of being exceptional and making an exceptional decision. Then outline everything that you've accumulated to that point. Lay it all out there so that you can see the results from your research and from interviewing people and getting input and advice from folks. If you're a person of faith, this is a good time to pray and ask for direction at this point as well. Once it's all laid out there, what does your gut tell you? You know, is this look like it's leaning one direction or the other? One thing to realize here is you want to HALT, and that's an acronym. It actually halts, and it stands for you don't want to make a significant decision if you're hungry, if you're angry, if you're lonely, if you're tired, and if you're sick. Those tend to not help you make good decisions because those are motivating you in a direction possibly away from a solid decision. And then decide, make the decision. If you have time afterwards, sleep on it and see if you still feel the same way the next day. Sometimes that can make a difference. And then make contingency plans. Your future may change in your outlook as well. This is not second guessing yourself. This is planning for the unknown. Adjustments are going to be easier when they're planned for and when they're sooner than later. Next, prepare yourself and your people for the impact of this decision. If you're working with a group and there's going to be an impact there, some people underestimate the value of getting buy-in. You want to get buy-in so that people have a chance to hear and get all of their questions answered. And then if they've got some disagreement, at least allow them to voice that. You can still get them to agree and buy in even though they disagree, as long as they've been able to voice their concern. And then make sure everybody's fully resourced before you launch. And then lastly, set a time to review this decision-making process. Maybe it's a team offsite in the future where you can refine your decision-making process in hindsight. Sometimes they call this a post-mortem. Hopefully that doesn't mean it was a bad decision. But good decisions grow your confidence and your team's confidence in you as the results speak for themselves. What significant decision do you need to run through this process?